What is happening, and welcome to another four-wheel drive talk episode, friends. Today we're going to be talking about selecting the right battery. Now, if you were to hop over to Amazon and look at batteries for your trailer, hell, you're going to be flooded with all sorts of options. I mean, you have AGM batteries, lithium-ion, big batteries, small batteries, cheap batteries, expensive batteries. I mean, you get the point. The question is, what should you consider when buying the best battery for your overlanding rig? And that, my friend, is what we're going to be discussing in today's video. Now, I've done a lot of camping, a lot of overlanding over the years, and I think I've devised a pretty good system here for ensuring you get the best bang for your buck. Now, I'm going to share with you what that system here is in just a moment. But first, friends, look, we put videos like this together to help you make more informed decisions, get out there, enjoy overlanding and camping much more. Now, of course, if you find some value with this video, friends, we sure would appreciate you considering crushing the heck out of that like button down below. That said, friends, pull up a seat and, hey, come on, let's go. Now, the first step in selecting a battery for your overlanding adventures is first you got to determine how much power are you going to need. I mean, after all, the amount of power that you need dictates the size of the battery that you're going to buy. Now, if you're like me and you have a small overland trailer, now maybe you know I have a turtleback expedition trailer, you may not need that much power. Now, I have a bunch of lights, I have a water pump, I have a few outlets to charge certain gadgets and so forth, and a Snowmaster fridge freezer combo, and that's pretty much it. So to power all my gadgets, I have two Ultimatron 100 amp hour lithium ion batteries in the nose of my turtleback. Then I have a bunch of other stuff up there as well, like the Red Arc Manager 30 and a solar power system as well, which I'll discuss here momentarily. But the point is that I just have 200 amp hour batteries, and that's more than plenty of juice for what I need. However, if you have a large travel trailer or an RV, 200 amp hour batteries simply isn't going to cut it for the tons of interior, exterior lights, the TVs, hell, the air conditioners, and so forth. Instead, you might need to invest in multiple 200 amp hour batteries to ensure that you have enough power for all your gadgets in there. The point where I'm leading with this is, without knowing what level of power you're going to need, you can't start shopping around for batteries. So evaluate your rig, determine what gadgets you need power for and how much power they need technically, and then you can start your search for overlanding batteries. Now, the next thing you need to consider is if you camp one night at a time a few times a year, friend, you don't need to invest in a huge battery bank because you're simply not going to be off grid long enough to drain these things down. On the other hand, having more storage capability is a must if you're going to be out for days or weeks on end. Now, typically I take 2 to 4 day trips, so my 200 amp hour batteries are plenty for my needs. Now, this is especially true since my trailer doesn't have a ton of power-hungry gadgets. But as I said before, if you have a giant travel trailer or heck an RV, you will need to invest in more batteries, bigger batteries, so you're going to have enough power for the duration of your trip. Now, for those of you that like to spend time off-grid, having solar power is an absolute must. The freedom that you get from cutting the cord is absolutely so awesome. You can camp in greater variety of locations for much longer while also enjoying reliable, efficient power. So hell, what's not to like about that? Now, as I noted earlier, I have a battery management system on my trailer which allows my batteries to charge as I'm driving. Now, this is a Red Arc Manager 30, and I had this installed 2 years ago, and it was hands down a fantastic addition to my trailer. Now, this is a full service battery management device. It's actually the Red Arc Manager 30 in Red Vision is what I have. Now, in a subsequent video that's going to be coming around the corner, I'm going to be taking more of a deeper dive into the electrical system that I have in my Turtleback Expedition trailer. But for now, today, consider I'm letting you know what's in there. So definitely stay tuned for that upcoming video. But if you head out to camp, park your trailer and leave it there for days on end, you're going to need some means to be able to charge these batteries up, and the easiest solution to that is a solar system to feed the batteries power. Or you can pick up like one of those 1,000 watt propane generator from Alp, which has 850 running watts, crazy quiet, 32 pounds. That's something that you can use as well. But let's talk about solar. The solar, what I have right now is I have a 105 watt Explorer solar panel on the roof of my Turtleback Expedition trailer. Now, I do plan to add another 105. Actually, that's another video that's coming around the corner. I have this really cool setup that you guys are really going to dig, and I'm going to take you along for the journey of what's going on with that. But anyways, talking about solar, you need to figure solar out as well, because it's a great way to recharge those batteries that you have in your trailer as well. But where I'm leaning with this here, solar is, again, when you're off grid, you have just a couple options of being able to charge up your batteries. You can either go with a efficient generator of some sort, or you can go with solar. And solar, once it's installed, it's free power. So something to consider as well. Next, let's talk about AGMs or lithium. Now, one of the biggest questions you'll face when selecting the best batteries is whether you should invest in AGM batteries or go the route of lithium batteries. Now, I actually published the video not too long ago that discusses this very topic. And now I'll put a link in the description below so you can actually check that out. And rather than repeat everything that I said in that video, here's a quick rundown of a few of the major differences. First off, AGM batteries are less expensive up front. Now, they've been around for a little while and they're tried and tested technology that offers excellent reliability. However, AGM batteries have low depth of discharge, so you also have to get more batteries to get the capacity that you need, which also means adding more weight to your rig. So adding tons of weight to your overlanding rig is not exactly the goal that you want here. Now, on the other hand, lithium batteries offer an excellent depth of discharge and have improved capabilities, so you don't have to add tons of batteries to your rig. What's more, lithium batteries have a much better life cycle, so it's going to give you many more years of service than the AGMs. Now, lithium batteries are also more expensive though, so that's something that you have to keep in mind. The higher price point might make these unattainable for some folks. But one of the things I do want to point out here, lithiums, you're literally, for the most part, you're about half the weight of an AGM. And when you look at one of your number one commodities as an overland rig, forget about the space side of it, it is also weight itself. So if you're adding multiple batteries, heck, a 60 some odd pound AGM versus a 30 pound or even a 26 pound lithium, that's a significant chunk of weight there. Now, another consideration to make when selecting the best battery for your overlanding setup is what time of the year do you typically camp? Now, frankly, myself, I personally love year-round camping, but I have a soft spot for winter camping, cold weather camping, because, hey, let's be real here. There's fewer people out there, there's no bugs, and I'd rather be cold than hot anyway. But cold weather is hard on batteries and can drain the power and even do serious damage to them. So if you intend to camp during winter and select lithium batteries, be sure you invest in batteries with built-in heaters like the Ultimatron batteries that I have. And since these batteries have heaters in them, they're rated for charging and discharging down to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I don't camp in a lot of that weather or that too cold, but it's nice to know that these batteries are ready to rumble if the temperatures dip. Now let's talk about the 900-pound gorilla in the room, budget. Now, unless you're Daddy Warbucks, you've got a budget to stick with when buying Overland batteries. That means you need to get the best bang for your buck. But getting the best bang for your buck doesn't mean that searching Amazon and looking for the cheapest batteries that you can find. Now, the old adage, and as cliche as it sounds here, you get what you pay for, really definitely applies here. And really, do you really want to head out in the wilderness with bargain basement batteries that have questionable performance and iffy reviews? Or would you rather spend a few extra bucks up front, get a high quality, reliable battery that you can depend on year in and year out? Honestly, I'm going to say take the second option any time of the day. My Ultimatron batteries are not cheap. However, these batteries have a lifespan of thousands of cycles, and that's years of service. Now, these batteries have loads of other goodies that make them well worth the price of admission. For example, they have a built-in battery management system with Bluetooth connectivity to my phone for easy monitoring. Now, there's no risk of fire or explosion thanks to the latest technology or the lithium iron phosphate technology. You have a 5-year manufacturer's warranty, which is freaking awesome. No memory effect or no need for full charge or discharge cycles. And they're lightweight, again, about 28 pounds or so, and they have a smaller form factor than comparable AGM batteries. In other words, the upfront expense of these batteries is recouped over long term. Sure, I could have bought cheap batteries, but those cheap batteries would need to be replaced over and over again. So really, at the end of the day, it's all about spending your money wisely up front for good batteries or paying more in the end for crap batteries. Good batteries are going to act as kind of your safety net or your insurance policy, however you want to look at it. Really though, when we're talking about overlanding, your overlanding rig, there's a few parts on there that I will always recommend that you max out your budget, and batteries happens to be one of them. Those just happen to be one of those things from a safety standpoint, from just reliability, just to powering whatever you need in your rig. That's something you want to be able to rely on and not have to worry about rather. So anyways, that is it. So friends, this has been a fun video. Again, we get a lot of questions with regards to, many of you are getting out there, setting up your overlanding rigs or your trailers for the first time, and you're at that path where, okay, do I want one battery? Do I want two batteries? We're getting a lot of, hey, should I go AGM? Should I go lithium? So there's a lot to go into. It's not a simple, okay, well, yeah, go lithium or go with two batteries. You really have to factor in a lot of the things, a lot of the points that I stressed in this video here. So determine what you need, the power consumption, factor in your budget. And again, I would recommend go watch this video the second time, take some notes down and get out there and start drafting up where exactly are you at, where your journey is going to take you in overlanding, and then determine through the steps that we outline in this video here what is going to be the best battery options for you. But what I will do here is I've tested quite a handful of batteries over the years, and these Ultimatrons absolutely kick ass. I'm going to put a link in the description if you want to take a further look at those as well. But friends, that is all I have here for you today. As always, this has been a fun video to put together. I hope you found some value with this video. And speaking of which, if you want to do us a solid, consider hitting that like button, the subscribe button. And hey, so therefore you don't miss a single video like the one that you just watched, I'm going to encourage you to hit that all notification. So therefore, every single time that we come out with a new video like this one, well, YouTube is going to do its thing and give you a heads up that the video is out there. But friends, that is, yeah, that's it here for me today. So I'm going to be shutting off these cameras. You get out there, stay healthy, and find your adventure.